Right, I'm sorry. I've got to jump in. I'm not even going to wait for silence this time.
No.
We start talking about secret billionaire compounds. There's an article on the Wire on the Wired. There's an article in Wired about
On the Wire
that none of us read except for Mike. That's all about Mike Zuckerberg's huge compound that he's building. Yeah, his like secret lair in Hawaii. But we end up with a surprise announcement from future politician Mike.
I blew Peter's mind, apparently.
Wow.
Enjoy.
Let's get into it. God damn it, Peter.
Inside Mark Zuckerberg's top secret Hawaii compound. This is an article from Wired, or Wired, as they say in the article. Yeah. They capitalized their name for some weird reason. I don't know why. I guess because they're cool.
Because they're wired.
Because they're wired is what the real reason is. Anyway, so apparently, I didn't know this, that Mark Zuckerberg's building, he's got this compound on an island called Kauai, I think it is.
Hawaii.
In Hawaii, the oldest and smallest of the Hawaii Islands. See, I did read the article, but I only got halfway through or third of the way through, because it's a Wired article that
really
is super long. Yeah. I kind of made me hark back for the days of clickbait headlines and surface level journalism, but it's probably a very good article. I just didn't finish it. So, Mike, you read it. Tell us all about it.
I mean, there wasn't a ton to it. So basically, he bought up 1,400 acres on Ko'ola Ranch.
Am I surprised? 1,400?
Yeah, 1,400 acres, and all of the workers are under NDAs. Nobody's allowed to talk about what they're doing. They've seen the plan, so they know there's like 2 huge mansions with thousands of feet of underground tunnels. I think I have some video of the exit.
Yeah, this is accurate.
It could very well be accurate. I mean,
he's in the Amazon guys.
Jeff Bezos
rocket. Jeff Bezos rocket.
Oh my God! Yeah, blue, whatever the fuck. Yeah,
Blue Origin.
Blue balls.
Blue Origin.
Yeah. So Hawaii's a really interesting place. They were essentially illegally annexed by the U.S. in 1957. There's still a huge Hawaiian sovereignty movement where the native Hawaiians basically want the island back under Hawaiian control and to have the U.S. out. There's a huge U.S. military presence. Obviously, there's, like as beautiful as you imagine Hawaii to be, like it absolutely is. It's anybody would want to live there for sure.
Yeah.
But this is not good for the state.
It's
so in terms of like short-term labor creation, it's definitely good, right? Infusing Hawaii, the state, with $100 million is not bad. This is not a bad thing, but what comes after is what's bad, right? Like hoarding 1,400 acres, and this is so much land, you guys, on such a small piece of land. So like such a big portion has now been purchased up. It's not good.
I'm dying to take the mickey out of what you were saying exactly, because the words were, it's such a tiny piece of land on such a big piece of land.
I know. I realize.
But I know what you're trying to say. It's such a
big piece of land on such a small island. And that's really sad. Because if you've ever been to Hawaii, it really is as gorgeous as they depict in the pictures. Like it is so pretty there.
I've heard that, actually. I've heard that.
The water is better than the pictures.
Like people talk about how amazing it is. They're not exaggerating. It really is that.
They're
amazing.
Never exaggerating. In Avatar, the movie, right? Literally. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Just Avatar the movie.
No, okay.
It looks alien. It's so pretty.
But that's what billionaires are all about, right? Short-term gains or like personal gain and fuck the consequences. Like who cares what anybody else wants or needs or thinks or the future? It's what they want right now. Yeah.
To be fair, Mark does love surfing. So
true.
He's probably just spending $100 million to be able to surf.
You know, maybe this will be one of the positive effects of climate change.
More surfing.
Care to elaborate?
No. Oh, just that his compound won't be viable in a few years.
Okay. True.
Yeah.
Fair. Wow.
I don't know. Although that might be bad for the rest of the
He's going to take the entire island of Kauai with it.
Well, I mean, it sounds like he's got most of it already, doesn't he? He's got like secret plans, and he's hiring 1,400 workers. $270 million apparently is the cost, which is just a bonkers amount of money. Can't you just stay in a hotel for a bit? Come on now, it's not. Yeah,
there should be no billionaires. I started writing I've actually been writing it over the course of a couple years, but I talked about it to my wife and kid for the first time, my personal political platform, where I opine on, tax policy and qualified immunity.
Wait a second. What?
That was their reaction. Does everybody not do this?
Fuck. You are the worst. You're the worst.
Are you for real right now?
You fucking corner your family and you're like,
have you actually written a manifesto?
I mean, it's not a manifesto. It's just a series of bullet points, 15 to 20 bullet points talking about, my policy opinions in tax, social policies, foreign affairs.
You're gonna fucking run for office, bro?
Do you cover gun control?
I think I do. Let me bring it up. I don't.
Huh?
Yeah.
Gun control, abortion rights.
Yep, abortion.
Marriage,
Yep.
Healthcare.
Are you running for
education?
office, Mike? Should I be ready for the independent
Holy macaroni.
Yeah,
is that why you're wearing the hoodie?
Constitutional amendments for LGBTQ rights and for abortion as a matter of healthcare.
Are you serious? I can't tell. I just can't tell anymore.
No, he's serious.
No, I'm serious. Yeah, I'm serious.
Everyone knows Mike has 30 hours in a day, so it makes sense.
I was doing some research. If you're interested, I was doing some research on for tax policy, right? I was curious how much total revenue is generated by the U.S. economy, U.S. businesses and sales to the U.S. And turns out total receipts for U.S. corporations are in the ballpark of $75 trillion. So if we just had like a 5 or 6% flat tax on all receipts, it would cover the entire U.S. tax burden. We could eliminate personal income taxes altogether. So I think this kind of stuff is like well worth looking into. It's all like documented.
UBI, right?
It's all documented in my manifesto, Peter. I will post a link.
Mike, but what you're proposing would mean that you're cutting 5 or 6% into every company's profits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
to pay for every social program and eliminate personal income tax.
Yeah, they're not going to go for that.
Oh, no, they're going to hate it. But it's definitely the way to solve the problem.
I mean, that might be one of the ways. You're so
it's the way.
I so want to dig into this. I have so many questions, but I just don't think we have the next 4 hours to go over like everything I want to ask. In fact, I think we should definitely do an episode on this.
Okay.
Probably a very long one, and I think it should be next week. And
wow.
Wait, God.
I don't know if
oh
I'm
my God,
ready
we
to
should
go
name
that
it something
wide
really crazy like solving the United States income problem.
I don't know. We can come up with a clickbait headline.
It has to be
I don't know if I'm totally on board with this, but I'm not like announcing my candidacy or anything.
Well, you don't want to air your.
You just kind of did, man.
Laundry.
That's how the politicians always
starts.
do it. They're on a radio show and they just kind of slip it in. Oh, I'm going to be running for president. That's what happened with Governor Newsom, who just resigned. Right? He is it Newsom, the Florida guy? No. Who's the guy?
The
Florida DeSantis.
He resigned.
DeSantis didn't.
No, who was the Speaker of the House who got kicked out?
Kevin.
McCarthy.
Kevin McCarthy. He announced his resignation from the House.
Just on a radio show.
On a radio show, yeah.
By the way, I'm not going to be, dude. That was such turmoil for that. Anyway,
yeah,
that's it.
Right. Yeah.
Moving on.